Yo, yo, yo. We're back outside. First garden stream in 2022. Hope you guys are having a good day. I'm gonna wait a couple minutes for some people to pop in. Hang out for a minute. Just a couple minutes here. There's Monstar. There's Chaos Reaper and PFW. Can you guys share this out for me, please? Because I'm out back. I would appreciate it. Mitch is in the house. Hey, Mitch, this is something I do every spring and summer. Right here in southwestern Pennsylvania. We're gonna put some onions in the ground tonight. I like to plant food and watch it die, etc., etc. Just have have some food here and there. So if you guys can share it out, appreciate it. In our group Skype chat, Facebook, all that good stuff. There's Mark Calibers in the building. We got some nice onions to be planting here tonight. I'm gonna show off the garden before we get it going. Joker's in the house. Thank you, PF Dub. So early in the season, I am if you're just tuning in, you've never seen this type of stream before here. The rookie seasoned gardener. I make seasons, I have stomach issues, so onions, garlic, I make powder out of it, stuff like that, and try to grow. I don't eat a lot of tomatoes or stuff like that, but every year, I take suggestions from you guys. Last year we did cantaloupe and watermelon. Didn't really work out that great, but yes, LTD will be on. That's another reason I'm doing this now, so I can let you know LTD will be coming back here in about an hour. Ivo's in the building. There he is. Yeah, people like Ivo and Mitch, new to the channel. Appreciate you guys, man. You rock. We got Baltimore and Philly represented here. I do this every spring and summer, just as a habit. You can see I have my little oasis in the back here. Mitch, I challenge you, my friend. Let's bring your Philly skills down here to Pittsburgh. Let's shoot some hoops. We got the NBA playoffs coming up. I think I'm going to do something here in the NBA playoffs that I haven't done before. You guys enjoyed the NFL Red Zone stream. So what I'm going to do is NBA playoffs are starting, well, tomorrow night or tonight. So what I'm going to do is if any of the series go to game 7, I'm going to broadcast game 7 for the playoffs this year. Something I'm thinking about doing. No, Raptors. Go Sixers. What are you talking about? So if any of the series go to game 7, if you want to check out any of the entry games, the playing games, check out Mitch Kofsky's channel and a couple other ones that are out there. They're going to be broadcasting some of that. Now, I haven't brought out the patio furniture or anything yet. Still back in the shed back there. But if this is the first time you're checking me out, I live in southwestern Pennsylvania. We get every season sometimes all in one day. But at the same time, not only am I here in the city, but if you can see out in the distance there, we got mountains. And we have a nice wooded area. So it's kind of like I'm living in the city and the mountains at the same time, woods area, all that good stuff. Good to see you, Joker, everybody in the house. We got our chill fire pit here. Not enough grass to cut yet or anything, but let's look at the really cool stuff that's already happening. And it's in its very minor stages here. You don't see any big blossoms yet. This is our grapevine, man. We're gonna rock this. Nightmare! So if you look at, this is, rest in peace, Grandma. I know she's up there. She had the biggest, baddest grapevine, and I love just sitting there and eating grapes while I cut her grass and shit like that. I might turn that back into a putting green there, our little mini putt course. The feral cats play with the balls out here. But if you look really, really close, let's see if I can actually find one of these buds. This grapevine will continue to just blossom and grow. There's one. You can kind of see right there. There you go. That little miscolor thing there is a bloom that's gonna get bigger and bigger, and then this will just blow up and we'll have grapes. Now the problem is, this is all trial and error, people. I'm learning with you guys. So if you got any people that know about gardening and want to give me some tips, I'm still all about it. I've been doing this for over 10 years, but I still learn something every year. The grapes are really sour. And I'm hoping Philly, I'm in Pittsburgh, not Philly, bro. Mitch is in Philly. No, Mitch, you're in Jersey, aren't you? A Philly fan. There's my hoop. I challenge all you. Jersey, I meant. Jersey, Philly. Brooke, we got all kinds. We got the whole East Coast and everything in the house here. I talked about this last year too. This has all been done by hand by me, except for the pavement. The fake grass was given to me by a friend who has a dog and ended up doing his whole yard, and he had some left. Pretty dope though. So over here is normally the herb garden. This is 12 years worth of work. If you go back, there's a playlist, and I'll put this one in that playlist of the gardening streams. The first garden stream I have, I showed an 8-year time lapse over. This was just all grass. Like when I moved here, this was all grass. There was no concrete, nothing here, all just grass and nothing. So every year I would add a little bit to it. Go Mavs. Are you a Mav fan? I'm down. Luka's the shit, man. But over here I do herbs. So we will have oregano. This oregano plant actually lasted a couple years. It doesn't look like it's going to make it back this year. We have thyme on the right. I gotta get used to going slower with this camera. Thyme on the left. Those are probably gonna die too. I leave them there because sometimes they make it. This clematia is doing pretty good. This shit right back here is doing good. It's already blooming. See all the little leaves? And this is supposed to be a climbing trellis where it's just gonna cover this area. Of course the sun's gonna come out now and probably overheat this. But we'll do basil is my biggest thing. Oh, wah, 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 wah. I don't got my button with me, Nightmare, but you definitely get it there. The time jokes. So the rock garden, along with, I already kind of, those planting whiskey barrels, started messing with those a little bit. But that stuff will hopefully cover all that. Big shout out to everybody in the live chat, hanging out with your boy Blaze. We're gonna throw some onions in the ground, how about it? So you can see all these leaves here I kind of just threw out of the garden. There's our sage bush to keep all the demons away. This area is gonna need some work. Nah, my thumb's like yellow and orange. I try to make it green. I try to learn something every year. You guys, go back and look at the ones from last year, man. We had the tiny ass watermelon, little cantaloupes. But if you guys have any ideas or things you want to try, or want me to try to grow, let me know. Drop comments. If you're watching this on a replay, leave me a comment, please. It helps out the streams. Let me know what you would like me to plant. We have this planting bed here, that planting bed there. Along the back, I'm probably going to do anything that climbs. Jelly beans. Yes, of course, Super Nacho would say jelly beans. On the back end, I'll plant probably climbing plants. Cucumbers and such. And then all those little planters on the side there are for my marigolds. So you see the white rocks. The black, I took you can tell how I made these just to make the planters better. I cut these into little pieces just to keep hold and keep the rocks out. I'll clean them out a little bit now, but these are where the marigolds will go. All right, Cassie's in the house. There's our beautiful onions. I tilled this area here and prepped it. Jamon Scott, what up, my friend? I will do peppers. The reason I do this though is because I have IBS and a bunch of stomach issues. So hot stuff does not work for me. So I'm not good with the hot stuff. I'll try banana peppers, green peppers. I've tried some of the hot peppers just to give to like my dad and other people, but so I've already got 26 holes here to throw these onions in. This time of year, even though we can still have a little frost here and there and stuff, I will be going live at 5 with LTD, trying to finish off the stream from the other day. So there's our onions. And then we have this little area we're gonna concentrate only on today because I got a lot of work to clean up yet. And then we'll start planting. See everybody. Jamon, yeah, man. So about 10 years ago when I moved here, and like I said earlier, if you missed it, if you check back into the first garden stream, there is a playlist that says Seasoned Rookie Gardener. Little sports pun on it. Yeah, I know I'm corny. But if you look back to the first garden stream, it will show you how I built this backyard. Hand to hand, getting tons of gravel dropped in. And I have a lot of stuff that I'll put in there to help stuff grow. Let's take a look at it. I'll show you my shed here where I lock them all up. You can hear them scream. No, just kidding. We also keep track of the critters out here. So I have about a couple feral cats that live in that garage. But here's where the main critter is. And these, we have groundhogs under here. So the groundhogs were a beast at first, man. I had to try to keep them out. A she shed, yep. If you burn down those plastic, it would just melt. So the groundhogs came out, and that's kind of the reason that you see the fence, you see the gravel. Eventually, I had to protect the garden from critters. Specifically, that groundhog was so big. I actually killed a groundhog the first year with a golf club. Yeah, so I had to. He was eating all my vegetables. So inside of here, I haven't even touched this yet. I have all the stuff that needs to come out, man. All my tools, all the stuff. I can't even get in there yet. One day I'll just empty all that out and clear it out, but most of the stuff is in there that I need to do. Wally's in the house. There he is. Yeah, first garden stream. We're going to throw some onions in the ground. So until I get all this shit out, then we'll really get to work. I have a bunch of planting trellises and stuff like that. Onions are today. No Bowd's house. Here, I have a slide for you. There you go. You can slide down that slide. Super not to. I feel like a kid again. So I have a bunch of trellises and stuff like that back here, which I'll build to grow stuff in. And then the swamp area back here. Let's take a little tour. The one thing, I remember last year I did the same thing. Spring here. Uh-oh. Let's go ahead and disconnect the Wi-Fi. There we go. I'll turn my Wi-Fi off here. It doesn't reach this far. Everybody still there? Check in, drop in the chat. Let me know you guys are still here. Now this is where I compost, and I've been just dropping whatever I can over here in the compost, and you can see some of the compost is starting to grow. So we got some onions growing there and some random peppers, and you know, there's some wild onions there. All right, Wally's still here. Okay, I saw it go offline for a second. That's just because I got too far from my Wi-Fi. My Wi-Fi actually reaches a little farther right now. But that's where I throw all the roughage and crap. There's Riley. So when I see them flowers, I know it's time to start getting down to business. All the green's starting to come back, and I get poison ivy. Anybody else out there get poison ivy really easily? To me, it seems like if the wind blows the wrong way, I get poison ivy. So we will have some LTD action coming up here soon. I just figured about 15, 20 minutes I'll come out. Ooh, look at all the bugs starting to come back out. I don't think you guys can see that. Present! Cassie got a present for me. You watching a video like this today? Well, I watch your video, Any Dub. I know yours crashed. I had 20 crashes yesterday. There's something up in that tree. Look at that limb moving. No poison ivy. Well, Any Dub, this is what I do every year. Late spring into the summer, I get poison ivy right here every year. Right there on my wrist. We'll start to itch later just from being out here. Allergic to poison ivy. Oh, geez. I get Technu is the best shit. Technu. You get rid of all the oil. I've learned about poison ivy over the years too, and it's just you can't really cure it. You just got to dry it out. So we are going to plant some onions. So what I'll do with these onions, a couple different things. One thing is, shit. Come on, get in there. Not that poison ivy much. There we go. Technical difficulties, of course we deal with it. So I just grabbed the smallest things I could grab, and let's go ahead and drop some onions. Easiest stuff to plant. And I guess I do these streams to kind of show you guys that you don't have to be a professional to grow food. Ooh, excuse the frick out of me. You don't have to be a professional to grow food, or try to at least. And the thing is, it's very cheap. Last couple years I've been dealing with a little more flowers because, of course, some of these vegetables and fruits will have blooms and blossoms, so they need bees to tend to them. I know I'm moving this camera around way too much. I'm getting really dirty too. All right, here's our onions. And onions are really simple. And as you can see, some of them are already on the way up, like this guy. So obviously you know which way to plant that sucker. So I've just shoved my damn middle finger down in there. She seemed to like it. And this one we're just going to cover up and leave the top up because it's already growing. That's it. It's freaking as easy as that. Now, this is 26 onions here. Last year I did about 120 onions, and I got about half of them. So it's not, I don't know how to explain it. I'm not going to get the most. I think there's something wrong with the pH balance in the I just shoved my middle finger down in there just to clear up enough. Drop a bulb in and cover the dirt around. Very simple. Very simple. So cooking recipes and vegetables or fruits that you guys want me to try this summer, you let me know. Chef Sean, you got any ideas? Let me know. Danny Logan's in a building. So we did cantaloupe and watermelon last year. Pizza soup. You guys are clowns. You guys are a bunch of clowns. I should expect clown answers from a bunch of clowns. I asked for that thing. I kind of set that precedent the last 5 years. So I'm not sure with some of these already kind of blooming. Did I put one in there? Yeah, there it is. Good to see everybody here, man. This is what we do on the off days. Hit that like button, please. I got 8 likes up there. You guys can get me more than that. Come on. But we'll see how this goes. There's another one. Just drop her on in there. That one might be a little bit too deep, so we'll do that. And it's a really rainy season right now, so we're going to get a good bit of rain to get these growing. And then I'll have to get topsoil because this back area is brand new. I just moved these pavers out, and I figure I'll take advantage of the high fence in the back here and let things just crawl up here and drop. Last year we built 2 trellises. Go look at if you guys have, and check out the streams from last year and what we tried. This onion's already a big biatch. But last year I built a trellis for the watermelon and the cantaloupe. I mean, it was such a failure. But it was fun to try, Yes, next Wednesday I will be in AEW. If I could find a costume, I wanted to dress up like Stardust. I mean, black and gold is Steeler colors. And with what's going on in WWE with Cody, I figured it'd be funny because we are at the hard camera, but we're in row like R, so we're out of the camera. But if they pan up, or if they see a guy with a big, I don't know if they'll show someone with a Stardust face paint on TV or not. But I had the guys from WrestleSense, we'll talk about it Thursday, trying to find costumes for me. There's a dope-ass leather Stardust jacket. It's $200. I ain't paying $200 for a costume for one show. If not, I'll just be your boy Blaze McCoy, as I always do. So, same thing. Just drop an onion in. Cover it up. Let the good Lord do the rest with the rain. Now, these onions, I'll do... Oh, what the frick is that? I'll do 2 different things with these onions. What is that? It's a rock. So there's my little tiller there. I just grabbed that sumbitch. So this tiller here, I have a electric tiller also when I really need to dig shit, but that just breaks up the dirt. I was really afraid to move a lot of these leaves and shit because they say this time of year, bugs, bees, and weird things will kind of live underneath those things. There's a nice dead worm. Anybody hungry? Look, we grew a worm already. It's all gross. Bird will get that. Couple more onions to pop in, and we will go inside and go live with LTD here soon. Hope to see you guys and gals out there. Hope it doesn't crash a million times like it did yesterday. And I'm not a pro at this shit, man. I'll be honest. I always tell you guys, Firestar, how you doing, hon? Good to see you. Hope you're well. I'm not an expert at this at all. I've learned everything from YouTube videos and trial and error. Failure. And it's a story of life, man. You fail, you learn from it, you do better next time. That's what you do, man. Gardening in life. We want to grow stuff. Now, the thing that I haven't tested, which I mentioned earlier I might do, is test the pH in the dirt, which if it's too high or too low, could be reasons why some of this stuff doesn't grow. I've done green peppers and banana peppers. Green peppers and banana peppers the last couple years, and they just don't grow. I mean, they would not grow. It's very frustrating. Now, granted, like I said, I can't really eat a lot of peppers. So there you go, just about that deep for an onion, and just cover her up. Like I said, there's still a lot of cleanup to do in this garden. I am very meticulous, but I also like playing in the dirt. Ooh, punching your butt cheeks. Oh, not those cheeks. Okay, my bad. Good to see everybody, man. We'll be doing these streams every once in a while. I like it right now because it's not really that hot, because when the sun's too hot, this damn phone shuts off a million times. So we can get our last couple onions in over here. Come on, where's the suggestions? What do you guys want me to grow this year? Or what do you want me to try to grow this year? We did cantaloupe and watermelon last year. Didn't really work out. We did, there's one stream actually where I sat there and ate a little bit of cantaloupe and watermelon that I grew. No weed. You don't grow the weed, you buy the weed. It's legal in PA now. So we don't have to try to grow it back there anymore. I mean, the one thing I do want to find, I don't know if you guys here know about morels, the mushrooms. We have them here in southwestern Pennsylvania. I can do beans, Danny, green beans. See, we grow hair, you son of a bitch, Nacho. It's my grandfather's fault I'm bald, not mine. That wasn't fair, Nacho. That was not fair. I'll get you on the next podcast of Legion of Dork, which will be coming up soon. So I'm thinking about some NBA streams. I don't know about the USFL football streams. Are going to be worth it. We can have fun with one or two, maybe. But what I'm thinking about doing is, we did green beans before, Danny. What kind of beans you want? I'll try some more sweet banana peppers. Apples. Lettuce I can try. Lettuce is what I grew the first year. I had a clip and grow lettuce. It was like a bucket like that. But it had like 4 or 5 different types of lettuce in it. And all you did literally was clip it and it grew back. It was so dope. But then one day I saw there's strawberries over there, Reaper. There were strawberries against that shed, and the birds eat them all the time and they get all screwed up. So I stopped growing strawberries. Strawberries are just too easy to, I don't know, to buy in the store that are better, I guess. So if you have anything you want me to try to grow, like I said, if you're watching a replay, drop it in the comments or let me know. Flowers too, because I don't know diddly shit about flowers. Bananas? Are you crazy, Joker? What are you smoking? If you know anything about flowers, because all I do is, I have that clematis over there that'll climb, and I have marigolds, obviously, that I've talked about before. I will plant beautiful gold marigolds all along here, and those will bring bees and stuff like that, and they really look cool too. Flowers, red and yellow. See, I was more thinking about like names of flowers, because like I just said, I don't know shit about flowers. But mainly grow a lot in the herb garden up front I showed earlier. All right, we got 26 onions in. 7, 8, 9. We got 9 onions left. They can be planted kind of close, because with these onions, I'm not trying to get them to bulb up to big, thick onion. I just want them to grow long, because I'll clip them and use the tops as green onions and little white onions on the bottom. Yeah, that's what I'm doing these onions for, IW. And what I do is I use my air fryer to dry out the herbs. I found that on a video that you can use air fryers to dry out the herbs. So whether it's regular herbs or the onions, I'll dry them out and make powder. Walker beans, they're tired out. Oh, geez. I don't have my button with me, Danny. That's a good one. I dig it. Miss you, Danny. So I'll be buying soil for this back plot. Cucumbers probably, because they trellis, they climb. We have that whole trench in the back, I guess you could say, that we'll plant in. I'm not really sure where I want to put these other onions. Let's put them over here in a whiskey barrel, because I won't be planting that stuff for a while. Actually, no, I changed my mind. We're just going to do this. And I'm trying to figure out what to do. Potatoes I've tried, man. Those, believe it or not, are not easy to grow. Brew whiskey. Okay, you can do that and send it to me, bud. Let's do this. 4, 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9. So we'll stack them up here. We'll take a risk here with these onions. See what happens. Moon, you guys are freaking clowns. I should know better than to try to take it seriously with you guys about this. Well, with 4 years of joking around streams, I can't do a serious stream on this channel. It just doesn't work. So we will now have 35 onions. 35 onions. Let's see how they go. Here's an ant, so I will need ant traps again, of course. Super Blazes being super serious. Oh, raccoons are coming. Why am I breathing hard, Wally? I tend to do that. I'm curious about this guy, because look at him. He's already kind of sprouty. All right. 35 onions. Done. Always clean up after you're done working, boys and girls. We'll give one more little tour. I like to show you guys the cross. There is a huge white cross at the top of the mountains here. Very cool to check out. So I'll show you the view in the front yard. This middle area is where we tried the watermelon, cucumbers and stuff. No, watermelon and cantaloupe. 10 likes up there. There you go. This survived the winter. That survived the winter very good. If you were serious. Yeah, I didn't tell you to be serious. I'm not being serious anyway. Well, we've had a lot of these will, you know, fall apart. You see that wall falling down there. I got to fix. So there we go. Right across here, 35 onions. We'll check in with that in a couple weeks probably. Still early in the season to be buying anything else. And we'll start planting here in the G Garden. Stole that from my high school football field 30 years ago. Get the fire pit going. Oh yeah, baby. And another project I'll have to, I used to have right along the outside here where this was the fruit aisle, basically. We had grapes, then along the side here, before this artificial turf was here, was strawberries along there. And then I had a peach and a pear tree right there, and they both died. So I gave up on those trees. Landscaping and what they call hardscaping is my passion, as you can tell. Hardscaping is all the rocks, pavers, and this terrible looking thing right here that I've had to reconstruct every year because of the slopage starting to fall apart. So I have to rip all this down again, all this concrete out of here, all the pavers, and set it up again. But let's go look up the front one time before we take off and head to leaning towards death wrestling here in just a bit. We'll send you off with the view of the mountains. It's pretty cool. I don't know if you can see it. The mountains are way back there. Let's see if I can zoom in on it. Right where the break in the top of the mountains are, there is a cross up there. See it? I think that's all the zoom I got. The mountains. Let's go back one last time. My neighbor really hooked his though. Look at that. That's a dope little area back there. And the pool that they always let me use if I want to. I have to take advantage of that this year a little more. Hoping these clematis climb up this a little borer, give me some more coverage. Same thing over here. Planted those last year, they bloom purple. And you see they climb most of the way. Yeah, yep. The big flat spot, the white cross. This is Parker. Who's that? Welcome in, everybody. If you're new to the channel, hit the like. Subscribe to the channel if you can. We do a bunch of different podcasts as well as wrestling. I'm thinking, like I said, about doing some NBA streams. Game 7. I'm going to have a Game 7 series, basically. Any games that go to Game 7, I'll broadcast them. Try to. We'll see how it goes. I love Game 7s, the intensity of knowing it's the last game of the season. Someone's going to the next round. So NBA playoffs. Still thinking about USFL a little bit. See how it goes. Really appreciate you guys stopping in and hanging out. Maybe we'll start a big fire one day. These golf balls here are my feral kitty traps. Because every once in a while, those golf balls will be out here in the yard. That means I know those cats are around. That's it. That's it for today. You'll see flowers start to bloom back there. All this wooded area is going to start to turn really green in the next couple weeks. Shulky, where's Shulky? Shulky! The power of the garden compels you. Thanks, man. I've worked so hard on this thing, man. I tell you what, it's great therapy. It's great therapy. Playing in the dirt. I mean, YouTube, you can get all the information you need to try to grow stuff if you want. Videos, instructions on how to grow what, and etc., etc. This is self-taught, man. It's great therapy. I mean, can really help with depression, anxiety, just getting out, as the kids like to say nowadays, touch some grass. So we're gonna take all of our little goodies back here before we call it a stream and go get ready for LT freaking D. Hope you're all doing well. And like I said before, make sure you guys, pumpkins. Hey man, whenever I moved to one of my first houses that I owned, they already had a pumpkin patch there. And the pumpkins were taking over the yard because they climb out. Like if you plant a pumpkin right here, it's just gonna climb and it was crazy. I had a couple pumpkins, but I don't like pumpkin anything, to be honest. But there it is, the first look at the garden for 2022. We will be adding, adjusting, fixing, taking care of business over here to get more. Fresh air, Wally. Tell them about it. We'll bring out the patio furniture here. The grill will come down here to cook. So we can just take, what I've always wanted to do is throw a steak on the grill right here. And then go grab some fresh herbs, oregano, cilantro, parsley, basil. Throw it right on the steak, baby. Cody's drinking alcohol. Good for you, bro. So we will start with the herb garden soon, too, in about a month. We have it kind of prepped now. One of my favorite parts is the herb garden, for real. And I don't mean to be morbid, but I do have 3 rescue cats, and when they pass away, one will go right there in front of that, and one will go right there. So this will be kind of a pet cemetery as well. I just hope they don't come back to life like the movie. Another project I have I've never had to do is my neighbor God rest his soul, passed away a couple years ago, but his wife still lives there. Planted all these trees for privacy. This one, I don't know if it got hit by lightning or wind or just grew apart. But I'm gonna try to find a way to tie those together and pull this back together and try to save it. It's not mine, but they're great neighbors, so I'm gonna try to save it to make it look better. I don't know what happened there, but it just split. Could have been lightning, I'm not sure. There you have it. So anything you guys want to throw at me that you want me to try, I am your guinea pig here for the Seasoned Rookie Gardener. Fruits, vegetables, herbs, whatnot. Velcro spice. Oh Jesus! Could it be? It could have been lightning. Some more flowers blooming here. It's always pretty damn cool. I was looking for like a burnt spot to see where lightning might have hit it. Your cilantro, but I didn't really see like a split or a cut. And look, oh, actually, check this shit out. This has happened before. See the shoestring? There's actually a freaking shoestring in here. And it's grown through. So this is not something new. It wasn't lightning. There's a shoestring in there. They've tried to fix this before and it fell off. There you go. I'll fix that at some point. Got to bring the hose out. Got to get all the hose. You know we love the hose. We don't love them hose. Found out the hard way. Learning, man, learning. Here's a dandelion creeping up. Little dandelion wine, anybody? So they did have that tied up before. It must have grown apart. Because of corrosion and wintering and stuff, I learned to cover we call it a spigot here, faucet. Outside, I had that put in a couple years ago, but it got really bad. I mean, it should be good to take off by now. Yeah, there's some corrosion on there. I might have to go to like a Home Depot. Anybody know anything that'll eat corrosion out like there? My neighbor has a spray that'll do it. It was I had to have him come over to help me get this hose off because it was so bad. But if anybody knows what can eat that corrosion off of there, drop it in the comments, let me know. Because I need water. We got cats? We got any cats hanging out here? No kitties. All right, folks. That's gonna do it for episode 1. That's gonna do it for episode 1 of 2022's Rookie Seasoned Gardener stream. Appreciate you guys. So thanks for being a part of it, everybody. I appreciate you all. Big shout out to everybody who stopped by. You know how I say it. 1 second, 1 minute, 1 hour, the whole damn show. It's much appreciated. I'll be back in just a few minutes to do Leaning Towards Death Wrestling Thursday night. WrestleSense, followed by another Leaning Towards Death Wrestling. Possibly a USFL stream this weekend. I'm not sure. Still thinking about it. And then the NBA project I'm thinking about is Game 7s. So if any of these series go to Game 7, I might be broadcasting those and calling the shots. Good to see everybody. Peace, positive vibes to each and every one of you guys and gals and your family. Stay safe. Stay tuned to Blaze Radio right here for podcasts, gaming, etc., etc. We're going to have a good time, folks. See you in a little bit for LTD. And I'll see you in my streams. Peace, people. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. Rewind it. Check out the playlist associated on my homepage, on my YouTube page. There is a playlist that says Seasoned Rookie Gardener. You can check out all the garden streams. Drop some likes. Drop some comments. You guys rock. We'll be live at LTD shortly. Stay tuned. Peace.